So a little information about perspective before you start working on your design. The demonstrations seem to be helping quite a bit. This is something I would normally do in the classroom to get everybody started. So first thing I'm going to do is clean my hands, my eraser. To clean an eraser, you just clean on another sheet of paper to get rid of excess pencil marks and so on. Make sure your ruler's clean, paper surface is clean. This is a precision kind of drawing, so there's not a lot of room for smudges, no smudges. And I'm going to go a little bit darker than you will so that we can see this in the video, but you will want to make a lighter line when you start working. We're going to come in, we're going to say vanishing point is going to be off center. Everything is, vanishing point's at eye level, so if we were actually drawing down a hallway, sitting on the floor, the horizon line is going to be a lot lower. And if we're going to, let's just pretend here for a minute that we're going to find a wall, back wall. How big do you want the back wall to be? What is the shape of the back wall? Is it a tall, narrow? Is it wide? Is it a room? And keep that ruler straight. If it's crooked, fix it. There's time to fix your mistakes at this point. And again, this is really dark, so do not go this dark. And I'm looking at, one way to get your mesh is to look at this negative space area, and that can help you line this thing up so it's not crooked. So we're going to say that's the back wall. Now to get the ceiling, the floor, I'm going to run a line through this corner. And we're going to go again over here. The shape of my back wall, this thing's looking more like a room than a hallway. That's okay. You can play around with that. The back wall, the shape of the back wall is going to determine the shape of the room. Then you go on through this last corner. And run it through to that point. I'm off a little bit, that's okay. Don't do it all the time. Now, just to give you a feeling of what's happening here, we're going to do some floor tiles. And as things go back in space, they get smaller and smaller. So the floor tile, and we know the floor tiles are 12 by 12 inches, right? But these some look much larger as they're coming closer to us. And it's because we're creating an illusion. And that illusion, in order for things to go back in space, they have to diminish in size. And something that happened, an invention that took place during the early Renaissance, and they were really trying to figure out how to make a deep space, and they figured it out. And so we've been able to benefit from that invention that took place, 400 years ago? 500 years ago. So, as you can see, they're getting larger and larger. to take these all the way across, but to save time, I'm going to talk to you for a minute about erasing out some areas and adding a window. And you want to go ahead and take out any excess lines that you don't want. We're going to go ahead and play with the idea of where your creature, I think, I don't know what these are. I think these will be ghost, since we're close to, right, Halloween. And I could keep going. This one would be huge. Let's say coming way off the page. And then you're going to take these. Remember, these pencil lines were light, so you'll be able to take them out with your ruler. I'm sorry, with your eraser. And then go back and keep working into your drawing. Once you've established your creatures, your angels, could be an angel, could be leaves, could be a vine, snake, you know, flies, and there you go. So same thing up here. Go ahead and draw a window for you. The window, again, all vertical lines will run parallel to the picture plane, this being the picture plane. And then all your horizontal lines will line up with the bottom of your page. All diagonals go to that one point. There you go. Okay, so you can play around with where you want things to go before you pick that ruler up. You can say, I'm going to do some ceiling tiles right here, and then come in and add your ruler to get your clean edges. Baseboards, more windows, paintings of ghosts, and so on. Got it? So let's give a door. Ghosts don't need doors, but we'll go ahead and put a door in. Okay, well, I'll stop there.